Hello, my fab fans. To Glam's new video. I'm gonna teach you how I make really pretty butterfly earrings that I've been working on making a bunch of them. Right now, I'm going to teach you how to make the moth ones. I don't know where the sticker went. There was a middle one. But I know if I post content, at least I'll maybe. So, how I make any of them is I grab 3 different similar looking prints that I have multiple pairs of. I don't have multiple of the rainbow ones, but I'm going to make a pair of earrings and a necklace, so I can use the rainbow one since it's the same exact shape. But yeah. Well, first I find 3, well, if I'm going to make a necklace and earring combo, find 3 of 3 different types of butterflies or any type of sticker that looks good together colorful wise. Make sure the back one is double-sided so that you can see the color all the way through, because you don't want the back of your earring to be white and nothingness if the front is fully rainbow colors, sparkles. Because then you can wear it on both ears and it still look good. Grab a pair of pliers. You can use any kind. These are industrial ones that I got from my friend's house. Don't know where she got them. I just know that I have them now. And you grab any type of wire. It can be the same type of wire they use for, I don't know, wrapping around plants. That's what these are. These are meant for when you make those giant bouquet things. I just like the wire because it works. Just get as much as you'll need. We can always trim it later. Just always go with more rather than less. Same thing with haircuts. Always want more than less. So, just trim. Perfect. And you can even use it to measure the other piece if you actually decide to not trim it afterwards. If you have pliers, you can do whatever you want. Though I will say, some scissors are sharp enough to cut through some wires, as they're thin enough, so you can use a pair of scissors if you really want and get the thin enough type of wire. Though be careful, because if it's too thick of a wire, it will break the scissors. I've seen people do it too many times teaching art classes to learn a thing or two. Oh yeah, I need one more actually. I'm great at counting. Or doing things that I need to. Now, some people know how editing works. I don't care to learn it. Because my commentary is funny enough, you know? That's a lie. I just know how to talk constantly, because at the end of the day, content creation is about knowing how to keep yourself entertained, because you're basically just talking to a camera the whole time. So now you have to find a needle. I have one on my desk at all times. Just know where it is. Don't lose it. Start with the back panel. Poke straight through the head of the butterfly, because that's actually how you pin butterflies down too. You start with the head. Yeah. And then you gently separate the wings. I like butterflies. Don't like moths, but that's because I don't want them to eat my stuff, because I like my stuff. Because I mean, who wants nothing when you can have everything? So when you get it pinned through all 3 heads where they're fully connected, you take the pin out, grab a piece of wire, just jam it through the head. You can do it one at a time, it's easier. If you move them too much, it will misalign the holes, and then you will actually have to separate them and do it individually. Or if you have a stronger wire, you can just jab it through like a needle. I like to use easier to bend wires because at the end of the day, wire is wire, it's strong enough as long as it doesn't break when you pull it apart too hard. That's why I don't use thread to make anything. Now you line them all up at the bottom so that they're as even as possible so that you get the exact type of dimensions that you want. And then you put it through the light and then you stab it through. There you go. Stab it through. This is not that difficult. The difficult part is having all the materials and finding all the butterflies that match, because none of these sets come with 3. It comes with only 2. I just happen to like stickers so much that I incessantly keep buying them till I have so many that I can find multiples. I'll show you my desk at the end so you know what I mean. Because yes, there are sets that do come with multiples, like this type of set where it's like a plasticky thing, but they're more boring because they're plain colors. They're still pretty, they're just boring, you know? And I know they sell things like the butterflies at the dollar store. You can find it everywhere. But having someone make it for you and then stress test it and make sure there's sterling silver jewelry together so that you don't get infections is kind of what you're paying for when you buy from an artist. Is because small businesses actually quality check their shit and care that it's sturdy and care that it lasts, and also free repairs type thing. Because yes, I repair all jewelry that people buy from me for free. You just have to find me, and that's not very difficult. I literally meet up with people everywhere. Not alone, and it's always in public places, but yes, literally anywhere. Because my nonsensical rambling is fun. So I'm just gonna cut them down like that. The reason I'm not cutting them short is because I like to twist the ends to be pretty in little like hoops. But I'm gonna pause and make the rest of them so I can show you the next step. Okay, so I have to trim them all to the same size, but I felt like I could show. But also I have a bunch of unhinged topics that I can talk about, and I kind of don't mind. And well, my dad said, you know, if you post your like face and like as your profile picture, like your full face and just how you look in general, you'd get more views and you'd probably get more subscribers too. And I'm like, Dad, why are you saying that? Why are you even thinking about that? Why does it matter to you how I decide to show how I am as a person? Okay, so that's an unhinged thing where I'm just like, can you just not comment on me and how I am as a person? Because it doesn't matter. But yeah, let me just here. And then you got a little thing. You just squeeze it down. can do that to all of the ears, and then just roll it from there. Try not to get them to touch properly, because then it will just look a little too weird, because you want there to be a little bit of dimension, like that, because it's not touching, but it's also dimension. If you do that to all of them, yes, I did actually make all of them. I'm just not finished. Then I can move on to the next step for another unhinged topic of whatever my brain decides to race against. Okay, so I made them all. Another thing, my friend, I was talking to her about mental illnesses, and she's got bipolar, because she's awesome and got trauma. But anyway, I was talking to her about how I think I'm autistic because of how I just perceive things the way I do. And I was trying to describe how ADHD works, and I couldn't get the right words, and it wouldn't come across or click to her brain, which doesn't matter. But I was frustrated because she kept taking it the wrong way. It's no, but kind of, but no. And she was like, I think you're just schizophrenic. And I'm like, yes, that does run in my family, but it only runs in my family on my mom's side. And generally, it's actually just panic, mainly, because all of them have paranoid schizophrenia, specifically, which is usually caused by intense trauma. Like my great aunt, she's got paranoid schizophrenia because she was abused her whole life. My grandma will never admit to getting her with her abusive husband, but their father was abusive to them. My grandma went back to her abuser, and which is why she's abusive herself. She'll never admit that, but she did eventually, when she ran out of things interesting to talk about in her life. Because people just love to info dump on me. Probably because I respond with either nothing or with a good way to cope. To her, I responded with nothing, because if I did, she'd beat my ass type thing. Personality, I just don't want to get cussed out or told I'm wrong or given the silent treatment, because that's also a trauma response. But anyway, as much as I love my grandmother, she was just a little bit crazy. But in a different way, like an abusive, drunkard way. But at least she's not an abusive drunk. She's more of a tired, sleepy drunk, unlike her father, who did used to beat the shit out of her if she didn't do anything, and even if she did, she'd still get beaten the shit out of. So she stopped caring or doing anything, because she was like, if you're gonna beat me up anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Which is depressing as fuck. But oh well. As much as I love my family, they talk a lot about things, and I've compared it and contrasted that to how other people perceive things, and I like telling the stories to other people because I want to see their reaction, to see how truly demented and fucked up it is. Because the more reactions I get, the more fucked up you realize your childhood was, which is a whole nother issue. Yeah, I'm just folding the wings in like this, by the way, because then it gets more dimension. Anyway. The reason I think I'm autistic is because I actually do hit all of the criteria nodes in the DSM-5 when it comes to autistic traits, which is fine. It's not upsetting. But I'd rather see a real psychiatrist because then they can actually diagnose me properly with whatever's wrong with me. I don't care what it is, I just want it on paper. Because then it'd just be useful, you know? Having things like that on paper means you can actually say something. Someone just texted me. Don't know what to do now.